Mr. President, 2 years ago today, a letter was written to President Prodi. It bore the signatures of one head of state, President Chirac, and 5 prime ministers, Balkenende, Blair, Persson, Schröder and Schussel, 4 of whom, alas, are still in office today. Signed with poisoned pens, it is the root of our problems today. That letter called for a limit to EU spending of 1% of gross national income. Those same heads of state and government demanded simultaneously of the Union policies they are not prepared to finance. Member state leaders who urge on the Union abroad but duck the debate at home, who will the ends but not the means. Words like unacceptable rarely flow from the very moderate lips of the President of the Commission, who is reportedly one of Mr. Blair's best friends. But Commission and Parliament must be at one in rejecting a budget which puts the concerns of the accountants above the broader view of the boardroom. And I welcome Mr. Barroso's letter to the Presidency in office about this week's Council. For Liberals and Democrats in this House, no deal is better than a bad deal. Liberals and Democrats will not compromise Europe's long-term interests. We will not be implicated in creating a two-tier Europe. What have the new member states found in their brave new world? A French president who tells them to shut up, a German prime minister who denies them their own tax policies, and a British presidency which moves the goalposts of solidarity. What we expect from the presidency is a budget which puts long-term strengths and common concerns above individual satisfaction and personal gain. What it seems we will get is a proposal that will paralyse the Union's priorities and satisfy no one. 1.03% of GNI, President in office, won't pay for our new policies or for enlargement. This House understood that when we estimated the future financial needs at 1.08% of gross national income, and that was a conservative estimate. What about money for challenges such as security? What about the ambitions of the Lisbon agenda? 5 years ago, we said we'd raise research spending to 3% of GDP by 2010. It slipped down even further, below 2% last year, compared to 2.5% in the USA and over 3% in Japan. This is not just a budget for tomorrow. It is a framework that will bind us until 2013. It is a budget that must provide for competitiveness and jobs for our young people. It is a budget that must pay for the social solidarity that Europe wants. And Parliament should reject any Council agreement which does our Union down. The Presidency has ambitions for a wider Council agenda. I wish you success. My group hopes you will review the so-called war on terror, complicity of European Union member states in warfare using depleted uranium and white phosphorus, in detention without trial and torture, in turning a blind eye to a clampdown on the freedom of millions in countries with whom we cultivate strategic partnerships, debases our Union. The General Affairs Council 2 days ago called for a comprehensive approach to combating terrorism while respecting human rights. Liberals and Democrats want the Council to restate the European Union's respect for the rule of law and protection of human rights and fundamental freedoms, and to mean it.
Muchas gracias, señor Watson.